Goodness me, she's so cute. Ready? Here she comes.
Morning, morning, and welcome back to the Wildlands. Tonight's episode, in case you hadn't guessed, is all about our chickens. So this is Betty.
And this is Jenny. They're a little bit hot.
They are, because it's 30 degrees today.
Yeah.
And in today's episode, we've got a few chicken related things. First of all, Missy fits the chickens a nice pond with rubber lining, which is to help keep them cool as it gets hotter and hotter in the summer.
And we fit a Chickcozy door, which is automatic coop opening door, so they can come out and go in, and we don't have to keep running up and down the hill to do it.
That's very exciting. And in equally, or perhaps even more exciting news, we've got a new chickie.
Number 10.
Number 10. And she's very cute, so we'll show her to you in a little bit. So enjoy tonight's episode. So first of all, Missy's going to fit the chickens a nice pond, aren't you?
Yes, keep them cool in the hot weather, somewhere to paddle and splash. I read about them online, and most people were saying that chickens didn't like to paddle. They were like, you shouldn't put a pond in, like, you know, that's just for ducks. And I thought, well, I'll give it a go and see what they do, and they love it. They do. You can tell who's been wading by the end of the day because they've all got muddy legs, and some of them just like to stand in the middle on the little brick and just sort of, I guess it must be nice and moist there. And
yeah, I think just the slightly cool water on their feet lowers their core temperature when it's very, very hot. Yeah. It's nice.
Thanks, Flapjack.
That's Flapjack. Thank you for that. So let's get on and get this pond fitted.
Yes. Today I'm inside the chicken pen. It's a secure pen. It's attached to the chicken coop, and that's inside the outer run. One of the ways that we keep our chickens cool in the summer is by giving them a little pond.
And as well as the water keeping their feet a bit cool, it's obviously good for bugs. So they're very appreciative of that.
Last year I made the chickens a little paddling area by digging a little bit of a shallow pit in one corner of their secure pen, which is where they have to go when we leave the land to keep them safe from predators. It's only about 2 or 3 inches deep. There's a bit of rubber at the bottom that they can't scratch through even when they're digging and rootling about in there, and I held down the outside with rocks. I took it out for the autumn and winter, and I'm about to dig it back in again now. That's helpful, girls. Isn't that exciting? There's no water in it yet, Betty. It's not quite ready for you. Catch your hopsies. You gonna help me? Right. That's the pond finished. It's a little bit deeper than it was last year. I'll let some of the water evaporate. It's 3 inches deep at the moment. I might let it settle down till it's about 2 inches. And hopefully the stone in the middle will get nice and cool, and they can hop on that to stand in there. And then the inside will fill up with dirt as they scritch around. Go on, Maggie. Maggie was with us last summer, so she remembers the pond, I think. She knows it's safe to stand in. Inside of the chicken secure pen has plenty of things to keep them occupied and happy while we go out. If we go out to do the shopping or to visit the lake, anywhere where we're not at the land, we can't respond to their alarm calls. You'll see over here there is a water bowl, which they absolutely love, which is better than their water feeder. They've got a pot, which Flapjack loves to stand on and crow. The ladder going up to the coop, which is always open to them. Feeder over at the other side. There's some logs and sticks in the corner. Over in the back corner, there's an old electrical cable reel, another thing for them to stand on, and some more branches. Lots of places for them to hide and get separate from each other, because it's a flock of 9 now, so they like to get a bit of personal space. The new pond, which they're loving drinking from. Up above there is a roof, which is covered with a tarp. We're going to get proper roofing at some point, but the tarp does the job, just to make sure they have plenty of shade. And then that back wall also has some camouflage netting attached to it, because the afternoon sun can be quite brutal coming in from that side. Underneath the chicken coop, we've made a sandpit. It stays shady and cool in there almost all day long, and the sand is really, really cool for them to sit in. If the dirt outside is wet because it's been raining, the sand is always dry for them to have a little sand bath.
So next I'd like to say we're getting chicken number 10. Oh look, here she comes. Oh, she's very odd looking.
What's that on her head?
She got a funny hat on. So now you've guessed we have a Silky arriving, which is very, very exciting. We got Dolly, as we've named her, from Mandy, who's another YouTuber. So thanks very much, Mandy. We absolutely love her, and I've put a link to Mandy's channel in the description. Mandy's also living off grid and has got some lovely chickens, so worth checking her out if you're into chickens or you're into off-grid living. So without further ado, let's introduce you to Dolly.
So we'll let the gang out and we'll put her in so that she can settle in without being swamped by all the other ladies and gent.
Hi ladies and gent.
You lot come out then. Come on then. Oh. Come on then.
Chook, 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 chook.
Oh my goodness me, she's so cute. Ready? Here she comes. That's a floofer.
That's a floofer.
Oh, isn't she sweet? Oh my goodness. This is Dolly, our newest chickie. She's still got her baby peeps. She's got such a pretty little face. Big eyes. And a very silly hairdo. Alright, Dolly. Yeah, whoopa. Hi. Hi. Oh, she's so beautiful. That's one floofy bottom.
God, isn't Dolly just the cutest chicken?
She's so sweet.
Well, welcome to the wildlands, Dolly. She's settled in very well. She's very tiny. I think she's about 16 weeks, Mandy said, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's still got her little baby peeps.
And I saw her this morning. She stretched her wings out. She doesn't have her full wing feathers yet, so she's still got a lot of growing to do. She probably won't get a lot bigger, maybe about Gloria's size. I remind you of Gloria's size, but Gloria's a bantam. She's very small. And obviously Silkies are part of the bantam family, so they stay fairly small, but very fluffy.
Oh, you've got so much to tell me. She's got a little blue beak and little blue feet and big eyes. Let's see if we can go a little close up. A little close up, because you're too cute. There we go. You're so sweet. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh. This fluffy head. Just too cute.
And a little fluffy bottom. You see the fluffy bottom? Oh my goodness me.
So it's a very exciting day for chickens today, isn't it?
It is.
Got a impact driver. What are we doing with the chickens? What are we fitting for them?
We're fitting them an automatic coop door from Chickcozy.
And it's going to have a lot of benefits. The first benefit is obviously in the summer dawn is earlier and earlier, and although we get up around 6:30, chickens would like to get up probably around 5:30, and some days when we have a lion, they get to stay in bed as well, and they're not so happy about that. No. So the benefit of the Chickcozy door is that you can set it to the light, so then it'll open in the morning. They can get up when the door is open and we can stay in bed.
Yeah.
And the other advantage is quite often we want to go out, but we don't like leaving our chickens out when we're not in to put them to bed, because the foxes also come out at dusk. So even though they're in their secure pen, this bit here, when we go out, all right love, it means that they can go to bed, we can be out, and then as the light levels drop, the door will shut and they're automatically put to bed. So I'm really excited about that, and
yeah,
I think they'll be really pleased that they can come out a little bit early.
Yes.
So let's see how easy it is to fit the door.
First thing we've got to do is take their ladder off, because it's absolutely amazing, given the construction of this, that the Chickcozy door fits almost exactly as long as we take the ladder off. It's amazing.
It is. So
right.
I think we might as well take the ladder off and all of this frame.
Yes.
And our door.
Yes.
And then just put the Chickcozy straight on the coop. Let's do that then.
All right.
Oh.
That was easier than I thought. Hold up the door and see how we're getting on. So it fits on the ledge lovely, but we have to remove this bit of wood here. And that'll be, look, it's almost perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just that one bit of wood.
So what we're doing is, because of this bit of wood here that was obviously put in when we built the coop before we knew about the Chickcozy, and we don't want to break that off because the frame is over the top of that, so we're just getting the frame so that the Chickcozy can sit on the top. It's a very straightforward installation. So then if we get a screw, and we just have that, would it be on the bottom here?
It's
I'm just going to make a hole.
So that you know when
just so I know how much room there is. So I'm just using a pencil would be a lot easier. Here we go.
Okay. So you press the button once to turn on the display, and if you press and hold OK, it says open in 3, 2, 1, and then it opens. So it's got manual open, manual close. Very neat.
Job done.
Like it.
So now we've got to refit the ladder here. Just put one screw in,
okay.
We'll check it.
Flapjack is desperate to know what we're doing. I think we're done getting chickens for the moment, aren't we?
We are done with chickens, yeah. We've got 10 in the flock. Maybe get a red silky at a later date. Ooh. We're getting more eggs than I can eat as a vegetarian, and the only vegetarian on the wildlands with Missy and Rosie being vegans. I can't eat up to 9 eggs a day, so I've got a lot of friends who are very happy about that.
Yeah.
Paul gets 6 to 10 eggs every time I see him, and Mickey. But we love our chickens, they're like part of the family, and we also love the fact that they create us some wonderful manure for the garden, don't we?
They're companion chickens more than anything, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it felt proper off-grid and homestead having a family of chicks with us, didn't it?
I've wanted chickens since I was about 10 years old, so it's It's so thrilling to have my own flock, and they're all lovely. They all have their own little personalities. You know, this one doesn't like the cold and the wet, and this one likes particular kind of a flavour of greenery and so on. It's just really sweet, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Seeing them doing their little things, and they've got a routine. They do lots of foraging in the morning, and then they all go and have a preen together in the same spot under the coop, and then they do a bit more foraging, and then they all go and have a nap together in the sun.
Yeah.
So cute.
So even if you're not living off-grid or not homesteading, or maybe you're living in a house in the UK, I would highly recommend chickens, particularly with the cost of living crisis. You could have 3 or 4 chickens and get yourself a couple of eggs every day for free, and very, very cheap to feed, particularly if you give them all your kitchen scraps, stuff like that. They can go through your garden compost for you as well and get the seeds out, very useful. And then you can collect up their straw from the coop, put that on your garden as well, or in your compost. So I highly recommend them.
And they can be so very friendly.
Yeah.
If you socialise with them and you come out and you have them on your lap and you sit and you chat, they can be just as friendly as having a cat or something.
Yeah, very nice. I love them. They're great animals to have around. So we highly recommend them.
The next job in the chicken pen is the sandbox can only be accessed when they're outside. So it means that whenever we go out and shut them in their secure pen, they don't have access to it. And with 10 chickens now, that's quite a lot of chickens to be in quite a small space. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to dig a pit around the outside of the sandpit. Then I'm going to staple chicken wire on to the top and bottom of the wood, bury it in the pit, so that if an animal could jump the outside fence, like a fox or something, and come in and tries to get in here, he can't dig through. And then the last job will be to cut the chicken wire away from that side so that once they're in the pen, they can get into it. They won't be able to get into it from the outside anymore, but I think once they've figured that out, it'll be much nicer for them this way around. A squeeze. So the final job today, now that I've finished all of the stapling and digging in on the outside, is just to cut this little panel out, staple it on here so it's secure, job done. And it's finished. I'm very pleased with that. I'm definitely happy that it's all secure, and the chickens are loving it already. They've figured it out. I've put a nice big brick at the front and a smaller brick on the inside just for the smaller, shorter ones, looking at you, Gloria, to hop in and out. And job done.
So, as always, I'd like to thank you for watching, but especially Chickcozy for the door.
Yes, thanks,
really gets a
Chickcozy.
big chicken thumbs up from us. I think our chickens are going to be so pleased that they can come out first thing in the morning. They don't have to rely on us. Yeah. And also that we can go out for potluck dinners every now and again, and the chickens can be safely in their coop with the door shut, and we don't have to get back when it's starting to get dark. So thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.